Oliver was 3 years old when his owner could no longer afford to care for him and surrendered him to the Cleveland APL. It was obvious to our veterinary team that this adorable, friendly cat was in a lot of pain because he had entropion in both eyes. Entropion is a very uncomfortable condition where the eyelids are turned inward and the lids and eyelashes rub against the surface of the eyes. Oliver had been living with this condition his entire life. He certainly had not been able to see for a very long time, if ever. Our medical director said this was the worst case of entropion she had ever seen, and she has seen a lot. But despite living in darkness with this painful condition, Oliver was a loving cat whose spirit was strong.
I got in that morning, and before I did anything else, I went to where he was kenneled, and I still remember his kennel, where he was, and I opened his kennel. And anyone that's ever opened a kennel, it makes kind of a metallic noise. So it's kind of scary for a cat, especially a cat that's first arrived. And even with that noise, he couldn't see me, he couldn't see his surroundings, but he still sat there patiently and trusting. And I reached in to pet him, and again, not knowing what to expect, and he leaned right into my hand, and he had me at that moment.
Oliver was taken right to surgery, where he underwent a procedure to correct the entropion by removing a bit of his eyelids. Later that day, as Oliver came out of anesthesia, he opened his beautiful green eyes and had vision, probably for the first time in his life. He followed team members as they talked to him gently by his cage and stuck his paw out to get them to stop and give him attention. Oliver went to the home of a loving foster care volunteer to finish healing and adjust to having vision. And wasn't he lucky, because that foster volunteer just happened to be Dr. Lash, who also became his adopter.
I ended up taking Ollie home to foster him, and he became a permanent part of the family because I couldn't let him go back. He is just such a cool guy. He goes by Ollie now, and everyone loves Ollie. He is a perfect cat. He doesn't get up on stuff. He's playful, he's cuddly. The Second Chance program made Ollie's treatment and care possible. He came to us, and we had what we needed. We had the surgical supplies and the surgical equipment and the pain medication and the staffing and everything that he needed. And he had the sparkle and the will, so we were able to get straight to work on him.
In his new home, Ollie is the big brother to 2 kittens. He plays with them and is very attentive. If he hears one cry from a different room, he runs to investigate. With both of his beautiful green eyes taking in the wonderful new world around him.
Ollie, he's usually on every Zoom call. This is like the first one he hasn't crashed. Ollie, you have to show how cute you are. Look at that cute boy. Yeah, that's Ollie. Usually he walks across all of the Zoom calls.